Okay, we're back for more, and this time around, we're playing Jeopardy for the SNES.
This is Jeopardy!
Here we go. The Jeopardy round.
Here are the categories.
We have these as our 6 categories: the Middle East, baseball, law, science, double talk, and finally, ports on the map. Notice port in quotation marks. Let's go with baseball for 100, please.
The answer is
This Brooklyn team's longest losing streak was 16 games in 1944. Who are the Dodgers? Baseball for 200.
the answer is
The Boston Pilgrims beat the Pittsburgh Pirates to win the first one in 1903. What's the World Series? Baseball for 300.
the answer is
3 balls and 2 strikes are called this. What is a full count? Baseball 400.
the answer is
The Orioles' Rick Dempsey was this in the '83 World Series. What is... It's either most valuable player or rookie of the year. I'm just going to say what is rookie of the year. No, it's the other one. It's most valuable player. Yeah, MVP. Alright. Baseball 500.
the answer is
To this NL team, Lou Brock was always out in left field. That team was the Cardinals. Alright. Let's go with Double Talk 100.
the answer is
These 2 words precede Sweet Charlotte in the 1965 film title. What are Hush Hush? Double Talk for 2.
the answer is
Nickname of skater Starbuck, who was married to a quarterback. Oh, Jim, you had to lock me out. Oh, he doesn't know. What is JoJo? Double Talk for 300.
the answer is
Fleischer's cartoon clown who grew out of the inkwell. His name sounds like a chocolate drink. Who is Coco? Double Talk 400.
the answer is
Born Marie Laurie, she appeared in and sang the title song of To Serve With Love. Who is, Lulu? Double Talk for 5, please.
the answer is
There we go. Double Order at a Deli, or a Tom Conti film about a Celtic poet. What is Reuben Reuben? There we go. $1,700. Let me have Law for 100.
the answer is
Works whose copyrights have expired have fallen into this. And Jim locked me out. The public domain. I knew that one. Law for 200.
the answer is
While slander is spoken, a case of defamatory words written or printed is called this. What is libel? Let's have law for 300.
the answer is
The only state whose basic law is not based on British common law but on the Napoleonic Code. What is Louisiana? Law for 400.
The answer is
On the side of Newgate Prison, London Central Criminal Court is commonly called this. Jim. Old Bailey. Yep. Science for 100.
the answer is
Everybody talks about it. A meteorologist studies it. What is weather? What is the weather, I should say. Sorry. Science 200.
the answer is
Animals with a constant blood temperature are called this. What is warm-blooded? Science 300. Get a double. Let's play the farm. Common name for ethylene glycol. It's used in cars in winter. What is antifreeze? Science 400.
the answer is
Process by which plants make both food and oxygen. What is photosynthesis? Science 500.
the answer is
Name given to the temperature negative 273.15 degrees Celsius. What is absolute zero? Alright. 500 for the
answer
law.
is
The 1896 Plessy versus Ferguson decision declared this illegal. What is segregation? Let's have Middle East for 100, please.
the answer is
Ports on a map, 100, I guess. In 1770, it replaced Cap Haitian as the capital of Santo Domingue, which is now Haiti. What is Port-au-Prince? I'll take ports on the map for 200.
the answer is
European country whose lavish 16th century style of architecture was known as Manueline. What is Portugal?
the answer is
West Coast city called America's City of Roses. What is Portland? Ports on the map 400.
the answer is
The construction of the Suez Canal resulted in the founding of this city. What is Port Said? Ports on the map for 500.
the answer is
This capital of Trinidad and Tobago was founded by Spanish settlers in the 1500s. What is Port of Spain? Alright. Now Middle East 100.
the answer is
Saudi Arabia has provided asylum to this former Ugandan dictator. Who is Idi Amin? $200.
the answer is
On January 16th, 1979, he and his family left Iran on a vacation from which they never returned. Jim. The Shah. Correct. You're at $500, Jim. You got the next selection. 300.
the answer is
This controversial area occupied by Israel since 1967 is just over half the size of Los Angeles County. And we finally hear from Jenny for the very first time. The West Bank. Correct. 400.
the answer is
While King Hussein rules Jordan, Saddam Hussein leads this neighboring country. What is Iraq? Now the last clue.
The answer is.
This Dome's people pay no taxes and both medical care and the local amusement park are free. Jim. Oh, he has no idea. So he's going to lose all his money. Jenny. Kuwait. Yep. So at the end of the Jeopardy round, I'm in the lead with 8,400. Jenny is up to 800, and Jim has no money, so he'll go first in Double Jeopardy. Which will commence very shortly.
Here are the
The
categories.
categories for Double Jeopardy are rituals. The odds are solar system, comic strips, American history, and finally, drama. All right. Jim, you don't have any money, so we'll start with you. Where are we going? Solar system for 200.
The answer is.
Though named for this god of the sea, this planet appears to be green, not blue. What is Neptune? The solar system for 400.
The answer is.
Though at least 95% of the atmosphere of Venus is this gas, there are no plans yet for a Venus cola. What is carbon dioxide? Let's have a solar system for 600.
The answer is.
In 1950, the first measurements of this planet were made with a 200-inch telescope on Mount Palomar. What is Pluto? Solar system 800.
The answer is.
The point in the orbit of a planet or comet when it's closest to the sun. And Jim locked me out. It is the perihelion. Oh, that wasn't my guess anyway, so I would have been wrong. Alright, thanks, Jim. You and Jenny are tied for second place right now, each having $800 apiece. Comic strips 200.
The answer is.
Jim Davis named this cat after his grandfather, not the 20th president. Who is Garfield? Comic strips for 400.
The answer is.
John Steinbeck wrote the preface of a book about this Al Cap character. Who's Lil Abner? I have a lot of money sitting in front of me right now. Almost $10,000. It's about to be over $10,000. Let's have comic strips for 600, please.
The answer is.
Standard comment of Little Orphan Annie's dog, Sandy. What is ARF? Comic strips 800.
The answer is.
His favorite mode of transportation was his dinosaur named Dinny. Who's Alley-Oop? Comic strips for 1,000. Daily double. I'll bet the farm. During the Depression, she sold apples on the street, but now she gives only free advice. I don't know. I didn't mean to do that. It's Mary Worth. I was getting no help either. I'll get it
The
back,
answer
though.
is.
I'll get it back. Of the 3 crew members of Apollo 11, the civilian. Who's Neil Armstrong? Yeah, I seriously did not mean to do that. There we go. I'll get it all back. Let me have American history for
The
200.
answer is
Primary author of the Declaration of Independence. Who's Thomas Jefferson? American history for 400, please.
the answer is
Fortune hunters in the post-war South named for the luggage they carried. Who are the carpetbaggers? American history for 600.
the answer is
The U.S. was involved in a bitter struggle between factions of this Asian country from 1950 to 1953. What is Korea? American history for 800.
the answer is
Vice President charged with both treason and murder. Who is Aaron Burr? American history 1000.
the answer is
The angel of the battlefield who established the American Red Cross. Ah, Jim locked me out. Dang it. It's Clara Barton. Yep, I knew that one. But don't worry, I'm regaining momentum on all that money I lost on the Daily Double. I'm trying to get it back. The odds are for 200.
the answer is
After a coin has landed heads up 5 times, the odds of heads of on a new flip. What is 50-50? The odds are for 400. Let's try it again. If the U.S. is 200 to 1 against getting a letter printed in Dear Abby's or This Twins column, who's Ann Landers? The odds are 600.
the answer is
In New Orleans, the odds are even that a thunderstorm will occur during the day of these 2 summer months. What are June and July? Nah. Darny darn. July and August. July was right. The other month was August. Oh well. The odds are 800.
the answer is
Odds change constantly until game time in this sport of Basque origin. Highlight. Alright. Rituals for 200.
the answer is
The full ritual of killing one of these involves decapitation as well as a stake through the heart. Jim locked me out. How dare you? A vampire. Yep, I knew that one too. Oh well. Alright, don't worry about it. Rituals for 400.
the answer is
Egyptians believe that on this day of the month of Parmuchi, you shouldn't go anywhere Friday or not. What is the 13th? I'll go with rituals for 600, please.
the answer is
On 12th night in Sweden, people go house to house taking these down and eating the ornaments. Jim locked me out. Christmas trees, yep. Rituals 800.
the answer is
Sung standing in a circle with arms crossed and hands joined. It's the Scottish song of parting. What is Auld Lang Syne? Rituals for 1000.
the answer is
A Hindu woman performing sati lies next to her husband on this. His funeral pyre. Alright. The odds are 1000.
the answer is
American soldiers face the greatest odds ever, 1 in 5, of dying during this war. What is the Civil War? Drama 200.
The answer is
Medieval mystery plays often dealt with events taken from this book. What's the Bible? $400.
the answer is
This musical form debuted in the 16th century. Some say the first production was called Daphne. And Jim locked me out again. Opera. Yep.
the answer is
Author of Cyrano de Bergerac, Edmond Rostand wrote at least 3 plays for this French actress. With Sarah Bernhardt. Let's go with 800.
the answer is
Act 2 of this Shaw play opens at a Salvation Army shelter. Major Barbara. Now the last clip. Well, I didn't get all the money back I lost on the Daily Double, but I got a good chunk of it back, so I'm not too worried.
the answer is
August Strindberg, noted for The Ghost Sonata, has been called this country's greatest dramatist. And Jenny locked me out. Sweden. Yep, I knew it. So Jenny has 4,200, Jim has 3,800, and I'm still very much in it with 8,800. Shakespeare is the category. I'll do 1,200. In the play Julius Caesar, this character has the most lines. Who is Brutus? I believe that's right, so I'm going to go up to $10,000, if I'm right. So I'm still going to win either way, if I'm right or wrong.
the final Jeopardy answer is
Is it Brutus? Yep, so I'm giving Mark and Leaf $10,000. So Jim is right. He goes up to $5,600. Jenny's right. She goes up to $7,400. And I'm right. I go up to $10,000. I didn't do too bad this game. And I will see you all for that next segment.